What's up, everybody? I'm Milan Jordan, and this is the MMA Daily Blitz, brought to you by FanStream Sports, powered by DSP Media. Please like, share, and subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Milan Jordan. Also, check out our website, FanStreamSports.com, for more great content. All right, both Bellator and the UFC have major events going on this weekend, Saturday to be exact. First, we'll start with Bellator x Rizin 2 at the Saitama Super Arena in Japan on Saturday. Unlike the New Year's Eve card, this event was not originally supposed to pit a Bellator fighter versus a Rizin fighter in every fight. There's a 5-fight Bellator segment on the card, followed by a Rizin portion. Now, due to injuries, there were some late matchup changes made on Wednesday that will actually have two bouts pitting fighters from each promotion against each other, including the main event. The original main event was supposed to be Patricky Pitbull against AJ McKee in the Bellator Lightweight Grand Prix, but McKee is now out of the fight due to an undisclosed medical issue. So the main event is now Patricky Pitbull facing Rizin lightweight champion Roberto de Souza, who comes in with a record of 15-2. And as a result, de Souza is now officially in the Bellator Lightweight Grand Prix moving forward, and McKee will be an alternate in the tournament moving forward. The Roberto de Souza and Patricky Pitbull fight will be 5 rounds. However, due to the fact that this fight was made on such short notice, it will be contested at 161 pounds. Elsewhere on the card, the first ever Bellator flyweight champion will be crowned. Kyoji Horiguchi, a former Bellator and Rizin bantamweight champ, puts his 31-5 record on the line against Makoto Shiru, who is 16-1-1. These two will fight for the first ever flyweight championship in the Bellator MMA, and the winner will be crowned the first ever Bellator flyweight champ. All right, the rest of the Bellator card looks like this. Danny Sabatello fights Magomed Magomedov in a bantamweight bout. In the women's flyweight division, Kana Watanabe faces Beta Arteaga, and in the 170-pound division, Lorenz Larkin will go against Andrei Koreshkov. You can watch Bellator Saturday night on Showtime, starting at 11 p.m. Eastern Time here in the States. And then again, after that, it will be the Rizin portion. And there was also a late addition to the Rizin portion of this event. Bellator featherweight champion Patricio Pitbull, Patricky's brother, will take on Rizin's Chihiro Suzuki in a 154-pound catchweight fight. Again, you can catch the event Saturday night on Showtime starting at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, well, the UFC, as I mentioned, is back in action. Their next pay-per-view is also on tap for Saturday. UFC 291 will take place in Salt Lake City. The main event is for the BMF belt in what has all the makings of a great and very entertaining fight that should be loaded with all sorts of fireworks. Justin Gaethje against Dustin Poirier. On paper, it's a prime candidate for fight of the year. These two lightweights, they're not afraid to stand and bang, dish out punishment as well as take it. These guys always put on fantastic fights. Poirier has only lost twice over the last 6+ years. Both were title fights to Khabib Nurmagomedov in 2019 and to Charles Oliveira at UFC 269. Over that span, the Diamond has 2 KOs over Conor McGregor, along with victories over Dan Hooker and Michael Chandler. Meanwhile, Justin Gaethje, again, he also puts on entertaining fights, and like Dustin Poirier, has also lost to Khabib and Charles Oliveira. He's also beaten Michael Chandler. Now, it's not the first time that Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier have headlined a UFC event. Back in a Fight Night event in April of 2018, Poirier scored a 4th-round knockout of Gaethje in what was a candidate for Fight of the Year in 2018. Something that Gaethje has certainly thought a lot about over the last 5 years. And, of course, this Saturday should be a barn burner to headline UFC 291. All right, the co-main event has former middleweight champ Alex Pereira making his debut at 205 pounds as he takes on former light heavyweight champ Jan Blachowicz, and the winner of this fight could be in line for a title shot in the 205-pound division. The rest of the UFC 291 main card looks like this. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is looking for back-to-back wins when he takes on Michel Pereira in a 170-pound fight that will probably won't have much action on the ground, as you have an elite kickboxer going against an elite striker. Tony Ferguson, yeah, remember him? He's looking to snap a 5-fight skid. He's moving up to welterweight to get his first win in 4 years. El Kukui will take on Bobby Green, and opening up the pay-per-view is another welterweight fight. Michael Chiesa, tough alum, will take on Kevin Holland. You can watch the prelims on ABC and ESPN, and of course the UFC 291 main card will be on pay-per-view, ESPN pay-per-view. All right, folks, well, that'll do it for this episode of the MMA Daily Blitz. As always, brought to you by FanStream Sports, powered by DSP Media. Again, please like, share, and subscribe to this podcast wherever you consume your podcast. Follow me on Twitter at Milan Jordan. As always, I thank you for checking out the MMA Daily Blitz. I will talk to you later.